there, my name is Katie and thanks for watching the channel. I just finished working out here at the RV park. There's this like big covered area. I'll show it to you. And I have been coming down here to do some stuff ever since we moved to this RV park, but with all the rain and stuff that's happening this season, I've just got to get some exercise in, like more of it, because when you're in an RV, you tend to be more sedentary. It's much more difficult to get some activity in. So I basically decided, you know what, I've always loved working out, I miss it, I'm gonna just start working out a little bit on top of all the walking I do and the bit of running that I do. So I am here, I just finished my workout, I already put my stuff away, that's like my little thing that holds my phone. But anyway, I want to show you what I'm going to eat today. I'm making sushi. I think I'm gonna have oatmeal and berries for breakfast, and also I think for lunch I'm just gonna use some leftovers because I have a bunch in the fridge and I hate wasting food. Anyway, after I eat my breakfast, I am going to go and tend to my plants. My house plants are needing a little bit of love, and I also have a little bit of propagating I want to do. So let's go have breakfast and work on some plants. Okay, so today we are gardening a little bit. That was one of my goals this year, was to do a little gardening. I got cuttings from my grandma for this pothos, but I have been taking my sweet time, being very patient, and so grateful for this plant for becoming what it is, because I just started out with a couple of these little stems, and I've taken clippings to create and fill in the rest of this. So I have really enjoyed this. I feel like it's a very minimalistic approach to having a house plant, is propagating your own stuff. Anyway, it's been fun, and I have a new clipping going because I really want to fill in this gap in this pot. One of these clippings is ready to go, but this is my son's little pothos and it is doing great, but he needs a little bit of something extra. So I took a clipping from this plant and I started a new one here. And I wanted to show you, basically you just have to make sure you have a few leaves on the stem, and what's really important is that you have those little node things, because that is where that will happen. It is very kind of strange the way those roots form. So this one will be mine and this one will go into his pot, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. I also cleaned up a bunch of those plants in there today. Some of them are mine, some of them are my kids. Here we go, we planted it up. It was kind of hard to get it in there, honestly. I think maybe this at some point will need, well, really it needs something right there, but I'm not sure. Maybe it just needs to be transplanted and continue to be worked on, but it's in there, and it was a little tricky, but yeah, it's in there. Also made a bit of a mess, but that's okay. For lunch, I want to keep things really simple. I have some corn tortillas. I have leftover rice and beans and corn. I'm just going to heat that up, throw that onto the corn tortillas, and then probably dress it with some lettuce and some Taco Bell sauce, as well as some of my cultured cashew yogurt. This stuff is so good and it's so versatile. It's amazing. I love it. As a minimalist, I try to look for a lot of different areas where I can practice simple living and minimalism, and in the kitchen is absolutely one of them. While I do love to make a lot of different types of recipes and I'm always coming up with something new, I love to also just use up leftovers or batch cook and eat those for a couple of days. It's simple. It helps me to keep on eating healthfully so that I don't have to scrounge around wondering what I'm going to eat that's healthy and then falling into eating something that I don't want to eat when I can't have the time I need to make something healthy. It just makes so much sense to do a little bit of batch cooking, and also it works really well for helping us to stay on budget. So wins in a lot of different areas there, and it makes a lot of sense for our family. The sun has come out, and so I'm also going to try to get a little bit of jump roping in after lunch. So let's go make those tacos. For dinner tonight, I am going to make sushi. Now, my family do not like sushi, so this is just for me, but they are all off to do something else, and my husband's making dinner, so I'm gonna make my own dinner, and it's gonna be sushi, and I have a little bit of time to make it just the way I want it, so I'm pretty excited about that. For my sushi, I basically make up sushi rice, but I set aside what I would like to eat, and then I splash a little bit of seasoned rice vinegar on there. It is so good. Mix that in and then it's ready to go onto the nori wrap. Also, I love to make tofu for my sushi. It's my favorite way to eat it, and so if I'm going to go through the trouble of making sushi, I make sure that I make the tofu. Basically, I just make a sauce that is soy sauce, sweet chili sauce, water, ginger, onion powder, and garlic powder pretty much. It varies sometimes, but that's basically what it usually is. I cut my tofu into strips, marinate it in that a little bit, and then cook on each side of the strips of tofu until it's a little bit like caramelized and darker brown. It's so good. I also have carrots and cucumbers and avocado and anything else that I can think of. Ooh, cilantro in there if you like cilantro. It's so good. So basically that is what I'm gonna do for dinner, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So that is basically how I make my sushi, and I will show you what that looks like and how it actually turns out, because this is just what I'm thinking of off the top of my head, but when I start digging around in the refrigerator, I'm probably going to find a couple of other things that I might swap out. I'm not sure what else we've got going on tonight, but I'm going to sign off now so that I have some good light still for saying goodbye. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. I appreciate all of the lovely comments. I do read them. Sometimes I don't get a chance to respond to all of them, and I'm sorry about that. It's just, you know how it is. Life is so busy, right? It's really, really hard to figure out how to fit everything in. But I do appreciate the lovely, supportive comments. You all are so amazing, and I appreciate it very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, it is all about the experiences, not the stuff.